to first of all just talk about the ascension. It's actually really happening. And what does it mean to expand into multidimensional being? I mean, what's happening here? So let me just talk a little bit about, what we're experiencing. If we're in the 3D, we have like a more of a straight linear time space, right? Where we, grow up, the normal thing. All right. When we start to expand into this multidimensionality, we are becoming aware of more layers. So, for example, yesterday, the Rinpoche actually emailed or texted me back. I texted him because I was like, oh my God, I was reading this poem, like I posted on the group, that he wrote when he was Tilopa. So the Rinpoche that I met in this lifetime, he used to be Tilopa, and he wrote this beautiful song or poem or instruction for his student who was Naropa. Okay, and that then went to the Tibetan Buddhism, and so it's very involved. And I wanted to kind of read part of that for you guys today, just to get into what is multidimensionality. Okay, so when we expand, he wrote, okay, we connect in mysterious ways, and this is why we are interconnected like a spider web without knowing it, really. Only the forces of nature draws us closer together. So the forces of nature, how I love to talk about the forces of nature. I love to talk about the earth, water, fire, air, and space, and that which binds them all together. Those are the forces of nature, and they are very alive, and they are super hyper intelligent, and they are part of our multi-dimensionality. So we include then all the kingdoms of the earth, right? Water, animal kingdom, plant kingdom, all that. Okay, we include actually the whole earth. And then we also start to expand, and we include even all the planets in this galaxy that we're in, right? And then we involve all of the galaxy itself. And then we involve into the grand central sun and the cosmos, and that's quite big, and then for all the grand central suns, 144 grand central suns that has their own university. So we're becoming aware more of the cosmos. Okay, so now you can understand how Sri Yukteswar, Yogananda's teacher, were talking about the yugas. How could he understand the yugas? Well, they were cosmic awareness, the yugas, because he could understand time beyond time space, right? And we are starting to wake up to this. So this is huge. Now, the earth herself, she has already awoken, right? So she's now in a crystalline light solar dimension. And that's why our lives are changing too. And we can feel it. You have now more of a lighter vibration, and your light body is starting to come aboard and wake up so that you can understand these bigger concepts, Then we'll go, oh my God, it was so easy when we only had to think about the 3D, right? But now we are expanding and understanding more. We can even feel the different energies running through the space, through the wind. We were talking about the wind last time, how the wind in Mongolia is represented by the color black. Remember, that is also the universe is in that color, in the color black. It holds all the other colors. It's very vast and deep and rich and fertile. All right. And then, so we're really allowing for ourselves to become super expanded and aware of certain things. So when we have more expansiveness, then of course we have more responsibility to really be centered in our own hearts and to remember to tap in to what it is that resonates with us. Okay? So how do we ascend? Well, we use the vibration to ascend, right? So how are you vibrating? Can you find coherency with the heart and the mind? And just kind of allow for it to happen. Even if you have to, like we just discussed, talk to your mind and say, okay, I'm going to jump out of the bungee jump, but you have to prepare yourself, make sure you're, just give yourself that soothing time and know that you don't have to do so much. You just kind of have to let go and allow. Okay, so that's the energy. Okay, so there is this sacred vibration that we can tap into, and the yogis call it the sacred tremor of reality. This helps us liberate ourselves. And I'm going to read a couple of segments of here, how we can practice this. And it's called Maha Mudra. Okay, so Maha is the great, the universal, the cosmic. And then Mudra, it's a seal. It's something that you hold. And you know how the mudras are with the fingers. You can use those. Those are very good. But you can live a mudra. So your whole body and your being becomes a mudra. Okay? So we are now going to contemplate and feel into this energy, which we call the union of joy and emptiness. Okay? Look at the nature of this world. Impermanent, like a mirage or a dream. Even the mirage or the dream does not exist. Therefore, develop renunciation and abandon worldly activities just for now. Okay, so we're just tapping into this vibration. Renounce servants and kin, causes of passion and aggression. Meditate alone in the forest, in retreats, in solitary places. Remain in the state of non-meditation. If you attain non-attainment, then you have attained the Maha Mudra. So you could see, I'll read one more little bit, and this goes on and on and on, but I just wanted to get the feeling. It is like what I am that, and what I am not at the same time. So you're walking this very fine balance. If you would attain the realization of transcendent mind and non-action, then cut the roots of the mind and let the consciousness remain naked. Let the polluted waters of the mental activities clear. Do not seek to stop projections, but let them come to rest of themselves. If there's no rejecting or accepting, then you're liberated in the Maha Mudra. Okay, I'll read a little bit more. When trees grow leaves and branches, if you cut the roots, the many leaves and branches wither. Likewise, if you cut the root of the mind, the various mental activities will subside. The darkness that has collected in thousands of kalpas is like a massive amount of time, one torch will dispel. Likewise, one moment's experience of luminous mind will dissolve the veil of karmic impurities. If you perceive space, the fixed idea of the center and a boundary dissolve. Likewise, if mind perceives mind, all mental activities cease. You will remain in a state of non-thought. And you will realize the supreme bodhicitta. Vapors arising from the earth become clouds and then vanish into the sky. It is not known where the clouds go when they have dissolved. Likewise, the waves of thoughts derived from the mind dissolve when mind perceives mind. All right, so it's a very kind of a deep teaching here. Last class, we were talking about Mary Magdalena. And she speaks wisely about, for those who have eyes to see, she's talking about see beyond the obvious, right? Very similar. Open those inner eyes, the inner knowing, the inner seeing. Then she says, for those who have ears to hear, how can you listen beyond what maybe somebody's telling you or what your mind is telling you? And then she teaches us about the garments. Remember how she saw Joshua resurrect, and she was the one who found the garments that he was wearing left be. So what does the garments represent here? It represents the old self, or the thoughts, or the shoulds and the woulds and the coulds and the expectations, and that which we kind of put on us to be the one that we think that we have to be, right? So she gives us permission to kind of shed our old selves, to shed our skin, and to remove the garments. And when we do those three things, see beyond the eyes, listen to the deeper sounds, the vibration, and let go of what was the old, then we can also tap into this very crystal clear vibration that is who we actually and truly are, right? But it's difficult because here comes the thoughts, and here comes the dogs, and here comes the kids, and here comes, something from, work or whatever. So how can we maintain in this both expanded and neutral state? The one class we did, we were saying in the background, like, I mean, after the recording, we were saying, okay, we got this. We're already doing it. How can we be motivated, but also receptive? Okay, so just find this vibration within you now, okay? Just take 3 deep breaths. And if you have a pen and paper, we're going to be in this very neutral, natural state. And we're going to do a little journey, okay? So we'd like to take 5 breaths together. You're going to inhale through the nose. I'm going to exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. 3 more. Breathe deeply, fully with me now. Inhale, if you can, look up and back. And exhale, blow it out. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. One last one. Deep inhale. And exhale. Okay. So today, we're going to go in to your own personal book of knowledge. We're going to use your heart as your divine portal, and we're going to set an intention for this little magical journey. And the intention that we're setting tonight is to go into that sacred space that we were just in, that we were talking about, and we're asking the question, what is it that your soul, what is your soul's purpose? And I'm not talking about just this lifetime, but I'm talking about all of your lifetimes that you ever lived, combined, the cosmic awareness. And we're going to just see if we find something, okay? And we're going to take a little tiny journey first, and we're connecting inwardly. When we connect into the heart, it's the same as connecting out into the universe, but it's easier for our mind to imagine that we're going into our hearts. So maybe close your eyes just for a moment. And we're going to journey today into that heart portal, into the heart, into a portal within portals within portals. And we're going to go and visit your book of knowledge that holds all the answers from your soul through all time and space. And our consciousness can really understand that we're going in through our human self. Your heart is your portal. And we're going into these etheric realms, the collective soul, the collective consciousness, the unified field, the universe, the divine, or the one, or God, or the Akash, and even the Akashic records. Now, we're going to go in through a beautiful forest, a beautiful forest. Visualize yourself now walking in a beautiful forest. And in this forest, there's a step. There's a few steps, but the first step is very calming and relaxing. It creates harmony. We're stepping up this first step now. It got beautiful moss on top of it. So this step one, it brings us peace and tranquility. Notice that step in front of you now and step up on that step. That step with peace and tranquility in the forest. What do you sense about it? And now we're going to step into the next step where we're connecting to light and love. Notice what this second step appears like, or what is the sense that you're getting about it? And then third step, you're already arriving in the dimension where you can connect with your guides to communicate with you. You're now in this dimension. What is it looking like in this dimension? What do you see around you? Is it a white marble castle? Or is it still the forest? And how are your guides appearing to you? In the distance, up towards your left, you see a large building. This happens in your mind's eye. You might see it or sense it or imagine it. It's all the same. Maybe it has columns or looks like a large library or a museum. Let's float over to that building or walk there. Your guide is joining you. And we're entering the building now. As you open the doors and step in, what do you see inside this building? Are there other people or souls looking at their books of the knowledge? Now, your guide will take you to a place where you see a large book. And this is your book of knowledge. What does it look like? Does it have text or illustrations? Open the book and notice, what can you see or sense in this text or illustration? What is there? And now we're asking the question to the book. What is my soul's destiny in this and all the lifetimes now? As you look into the book, maybe you notice an image. You can step into that image and it can become like a movie, and you can participate in that movie if you like. Notice what the text of the image answers to you and your questions. As a soul, sometimes we continue with the same destiny over many lifetimes. For example, that you are a healer or a teacher, or whatever it is for you. It won't be a surprise at all. Let's take 3 minutes now. And I'm setting the timer for you to just notice what you see and just jot it down on the piece of paper. What do you see? What's being shown to you? And the time begins now. Just 3 minutes. Whatever comes to mind is okay. And even if it seems like you're not quite answering the question, it's still the answer. Starting to look around a little more around you now. Allow for yourself to retreat back now. You can look to the picture again another time, but don't be surprised. The picture might have changed because there are new things for you to learn and absorb. And now come back into the body. Time is up. And just somewhat remember the essence of what you experienced. Let's just close up the book for now and thank your beautiful guide that holds this book for you. And then you walk out of the place that you were in. See the white pillars and the steps. Go back down the steps. Come back through the forest. You can take with you that fresh air, that new, expanded yet very natural vibration in every cell of your body. We're counting ourselves back from 1 to 5. Count yourself back. 1, 2, deep breath. 3, coming back into your body, feeling inspired in your deepest knowing. 4, eyes open. 5, wide awake and alert. Let's take a moment now to review what came forward for you, and we'll share about it. And so, the sun's pure and brilliant essence cannot be dimmed by the darkness that endures for 1,000 kalpas. Likewise, the luminous essence of mind cannot be dimmed by the long which is time, and also samsara, which is like in the mind. Though it may be said that the space is empty, space cannot be described. Likewise, though it may be said that mind is luminous, naming it does not prove that it's existing. Space is completely without locality. Likewise, Mahamudra, mind, dwells nowhere. Without change, rest, lose in this primordial state. There is no doubt that your bonds will loosen. The essence of mind is like space. Therefore, there's nothing which it does not encompass. Let the movements of the body ease into geniusness. Cease your idle chatter and let your speech become an echo. Have no mind, but see the dharma of the leaf. The body, like a hollow bamboo, has no substance. Mind is like the essence of space,
having no place for thoughts. If mind has no aim, it is Maha Mudra. Accomplishing this is the attainment of supreme enlightenment. The nature of mind is luminous, without object or perfection. You will discover the path of the Buddha when there is no path of meditation. By meditating on non-meditation, you will attain the supreme Bodhi awakened state. This is the king of views. It transcends fixing and holding. This is the king of meditations without wandering mind. This is the king of actions without effort. Where there is no hope and fear, you have realized the goal. The unborn, alaya is the primordial state beyond non-being. So the unborn, alaya, is without habit or veils. Rest mind in the unborn essence. Make no distinctions between meditation and post-meditation. When projections exhaust the dharma of mind, one attains the king of views, free from all limitations. Boundless and deep is the supreme king of meditations. Effortless self-existence is the supreme king of action. Hopeless self-existence is the supreme king of fruition. In the beginning, mind is like a turbulent river. In the middle, it is like the river Ganges, flowing slowly. And in the end, it's like the confluence of all rivers, like the meeting of a son and mother. The followers of Tantra, the Pranya Paramita, the Vinaya, the Sutras, and other religions, all these, by their texts and philosophical dogmas, will not see the luminous Mahamudra. Having no mind, without desires, self-quieted, self-existing, is like a wave of water. Luminosity is veiled only by the rising of desire. The real vow of samaya is discipline, is broken by thinking in terms of precept. If you neither dwell, perceive, or nor stray from the ultimate, then you are the holy practitioner, the torch which illuminates darkness. If you are without desire, if you do not dwell in extremes, you will see the dharmas of all the teachings. If you strive in the endeavor, you will free yourself from samsaric imprisonment. If you meditate in this way, you will burn the veil of karmic impurities. Therefore, you are known as the torch of the doctrine. Even ignorant people who are not devoted to this teaching could be saved by you from constantly drowning in their river of samsara. It is a pity that beings endure such suffering in the lower realms. Those who would free themselves from suffering should seek a wise guru. being possessed by the adhisthana, that is the surrounding, being around the atmosphere of a teacher, one's mind will be freed. If you seek a karma mudra, then the wisdom of the union of joy and emptiness will arise. The union of skillful means the knowledge brings blessings, bring it down and give rise to the mandala. Deliver it to the places and distribute it through the body. If there is no desire involved, then a union of joy and emptiness will arise. In long life without white hairs, and you will wax like the moon, become radiant, and your strength will be perfected. Having speedily achieved the relative gift, one should seek the absolute gift. May this pointed instruction in Mahamudra remain in the hearts of the fortunate beings. Just allow the essence of this song, poem, or instruction, allow it to expand you. And see if you can feel a refined vibration. There's something that you know that is so natural, that is so basic, so powerful. That is who we are. That is that natural power. That is the realization of your soul self through time and time again. So just savor this. There's nothing to understand. It's more that deep feeling, being beyond what the physical eyes can see. Connect in to your deeper knowing, eyes that can see beyond the eyes. Connect in to that vibration and listen to the sound of the ears that go deeper than normal hearing. And then allow for the garments, your habits, your ways. Please shed those garments, take them off, and become that naked consciousness. You know, you can remember who you are once again. Deep, deep, deep. Thank you.